Hey there, everyone. It's been a while. So, you can see we have a Splatfest coming, so you'll be seeing more Splatoon content anyway. But we just had a fun challenge the other day that I actually got to play for once, so I figured I would show off some replays from that and we could talk about it. So, I'll meet you over there. Okay, so towering tower control is the challenge here, and it's tower control, but you might notice a little something different here. So we'll see when we get over to the tower itself. I'm gonna hide that. There we go. So yeah, the tower is a lot bigger now. It's a much larger top area. The bottom itself is a lot bigger too, but also a bit harder to get onto. I struggled to get up here for a second because I'm like, how do I get up here? It takes a lot more effort to actually ink up it, so I was kind of having trouble getting on. But you have so much more room to maneuver up there, so it's a lot easier to avoid getting tagged, I guess. We end up being able to pretty much get to the second checkpoint pretty quickly. I'm not an expert at this mode or anything. Also, I should have taken care of that blaster and that torpedo, but what are you gonna do? So I'm already dying a lot and not really doing much. But we're doing our best here. We have to contend with them using all of their specials all at once now. I'm still trying to get used to the new stamper here, the Neo stamper, without my burst bomb. So I help that guy. I booyah, but I don't think they booyah back. No, they don't booyah back. Which it's understandable. But you have all this room up here, so there's some soda, they got a Splatling, and then I got a crab. So we get to just have this crazy amount of power like right away. Just kind of funny. But yeah, it's an interesting mode, and I have so much more room to maneuver and move around and avoid getting hit by these guys. It's just kind of fun. We're both trying to help each other out, I think. I ended up taking that blaster again. That's a big problem. Blasters are always good on this mode. We've done really well, though. The first 2 minutes, even though we got wiped out, we've already gotten to the last checkpoint. Only 15 points left to cash in, so... At this point, the goal is just to keep them from getting anywhere close. But I think I died to a chump here. Yeah, I died to the chump. I was not paying attention to those. You can put all these... They put all of these beacons right on the thing, too, which is a bit weird. I'm going behind with Wednesday here. And then we're just going to die to this, I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's really hard to dodge. Unless you're... Especially when you're like me and you kind of... I don't know what my thought pattern was. I think I was trying to, like, squid jump out of the way. But I went towards the danger, which is not a good idea. Yeah, it's interesting with this... Oh, I managed to take this guy. Here's the new effect of the splatter color screen. It just makes the screen a lot darker now. It used to be a lot harder to deal with. I will say it's actually kind of interesting to have it on tower control, because I had to go through that like 3 times. So I took a lot of extra damage from that. But yeah, thankfully it's not nearly as like migraine-inducing for people anymore, because it was so bright. So yeah, I'm noticing with this, but I've never really played Hagglefish on tower control at all. I'm gonna die this again. No, don't. I learned this time to get away. We're able to take him out at least, and then this guy from up top's gonna get us with the Julie Squelchers. Yeah, I've noticed that like this mode, it's kind of interesting that that second checkpoint, you know, we do have a nice little area on the left there to take them out, but they still get a lot of cover with this new tower being the way that it is. I'm trying to hit them from below, and it's a lot harder. And then getting up there is a lot harder too. I trade with this guy, which isn't the worst trade in the world, I think. But yeah, at this point, they have to worry about trying to get people off of that tower while we have a straight shot to them right there. I'm trying my best with my Toxic Mist here. I'm not the best with that at all. We still have someone else trying to get on the tower, and now we finally reclaim the tower. So that's kind of interesting how they do that here. It's a lot harder to actually gain the tower. It's a lot easier to contest the tower in this mode because it's so much bigger. Now I'm just going to crab up here, I think, and do my best to try to pick people off, so I get McBoy there. I'm trying to destroy the beacon, which I probably should have focused on the person that's coming to get us. then they could just do that. But we got a wipeout at the very least. Now that screen's not going to hurt anybody. I was ducking down instinctively to try to get my ink back, I think, there. And now I'm just trying to be careful, staying on the tower, but trying to avoid getting hit. It's interesting because you be on that lower level, and I think that still counts as being on the tower. We got another good wipeout here. We're nearly done. Because once you get past that third checkpoint, you're right at the goal. And sure enough, that's our knockout. So it was a bit of a back and forth. They definitely got close. Like, you gotta get past that choke point of the second checkpoint. But I think we did okay. I'm still trying. This is my first time doing this one, so I was doing my best to understand what the tower was like, and I think we did okay. But let's go over to the next one here. Okay, next one, we're back at Hecklefish again. Not as much variety as I would have liked with the stages for this set, but you do what you can. So now that I have a better idea of what to do here, I'm going to have to try to... Like, my thing is I'm going to have to just, you got to fight people, I think. Like, I can do a little bit of inking, I can use the Toxic Mist to kind of help out and stall their approach. But the real goal is to fight people. So I'm like a more mobile roller, kind of. But I think I still died to a blaster anyway. Yeah. That's the thing about this mode, is that it's just blaster control at the end of the day. I mean, it's such a good weapon. Like, if it's not a blaster, it's a suction bomb. I'm trying to help out this guy. I think he takes him off, though. Then I die again immediately to the Flingza. But then they're taken out, so we got wiped out, but they only got one person, so we just get them right back. So that worked out pretty well. And yeah, like, compared to some other, to like the normal tower where you don't have that much room, you can have the whole team on the tower if you really want to. So I'm going deep in enemy lines here. I really shouldn't. I'm going to crab here, kind of panicking, and just roll away. And yeah, everyone gets on me. Like, everyone wanted me dead, it felt like. But I was able to at least distract them for a little bit. I'm not the best with crab, and I have to get used to the fact that that's more of like a backline weapon, whereas the sword feels a little more frontline. So you got to kind of know when to retreat, I guess. I do think Toxic Mist is pretty good, if you can just get it right at the tower and just slow everyone down as they try to get, contest you. You got a lot of kills right here, which is pretty good. I gotta worry about this blaster. Thankfully, I'm faster than him, so I can contest that. I'm gonna try and get back up on the tower, I think, in crab in a second. Yep. I probably could have held it for a bit longer, because we weren't quite at the choke point of the second checkpoint yet. But see, they were good to do the barrier there. Then this guy's right there, kind of being annoying. So we're able to get past that second checkpoint with the barrier's help. But they have they're right there. They can just get us right there, which is scary. So they're able to reclaim the tower. I guess I'm gonna jump to someone. Yeah, that was a bit of a risky one. We all die pretty much right there again. That roller just kind of went on a rampage. It was probably not the best to jump. I should have just stayed back and tried to get some ink from my crab or something. Now they're pretty much right back where they needed to be. Right, they're pretty much right back to where we were. Oh, I didn't see this guy. He was hiding behind the tower there. Like that little pole in the middle is a bit bigger than before, so I didn't quite see him. But we're doing our best here. I'm gonna try and slow people down with the mist, and then they lost the tower. We get it back, and at this point, it's still anyone's game because once they get past that second checkpoint, they're basically right there, and we got someone else on that side trying to flank us. And I gotta worry about I'm all by myself here. I'm gonna get blasted, so I try to leave. I think we're gonna get back up. Am I gonna crab right away? Probably in the safety of my bubble. I'm not hitting anybody. I'm not the best at this. So yeah, that wasn't the best use of the crab maybe, but it still scared them off. I'm gonna get out of here, I think, to try to fight, because it's better for me to fight than someone else with their stuck on the tower. Try to peek at the ledge here. I'm able to get this guy, but then their blaster friend just gets me right from behind, so short-lived victory there. We're past that third checkpoint. I'm about to jump. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah. Yeah, that was not the... I was hoping when I jumped that it was still on the tower for some reason, but that's not how that works. You can see the tower all the way from spawn, which is kind of funny. We'll do our best to help them out here. They're hiding behind that pole pretty well. It's really hard to actually hit from below, I find. I'm going to try and get rid of that wave breaker. I got this guy here. I got Haunt on my sweater, so that's actually helpful to kind of judge where everyone goes. And at this point, we just need to keep them from having the tower for very long. And I see this guy, we both kind of scramble, like, oh no, he's right there. He has, like, no ink. I don't know why I survived there. It must have been some lag or something. And then my friend helped me out there. That was nice. And I kind of forgot that they're both right there. It's kind of funny how they're just kind of slowly walking back and forth. I'm going to pop my crab to hit them from below here. So that's 2. And I think I take this guy out. So that's 3. So I get 3 by myself. But there's still 1 person on the tower. And in the end, it's all up to me. So I was able to take out the whole team. If that super jump had been just a bit faster, I would have still had a fight on my hands. But we managed to do it. It was a timeout. It wasn't a knockout, but overall not too bad. I'm getting used to fighting a bit more. I need to be a little more combative, I guess. Let's see how we do with the next one. Okay, we finally get an undertow one. Took us long enough here. I've got another blade friend with me. But now we have to fight... This one was rough. We had to fight 2 brushes, a tri-stringer, and a blob-lobber. So we're going to see a lot of the killer whale. Yeah, and I just cannot stand brushes. They're so annoying to fight. Like, that's the point. So I managed to get rid of their beacon. But now they're doing their thing. I didn't see that bomb until it was too late, so I'm already dead. It's funny, because, like, splat bombs normally aren't that good in tower control because the tower's too small, but now you have such a big target, you may as well just toss it up there. I'm trying to slow people down. Couldn't quite help out my buddy there. Now we got all these annoying brushes just kind of smacking at us here. I'm nearly dead to the killer whale, and the other brush finishes me off, and they do their killer whale. So yeah, it's just non-stop killer whale basically the whole time. When 3 out of your 4, enemies have it, it's just all the time. But we're trying our best to kind of fight here. I'm able to get Clam out of here. I get the tower, but I'm going to be dealing with people here in a second. So at this point, I'm just trying to farm for my crab, I think, and then pop it, but it's not in the best spot. I'm able to tank that bomb at least, but then that killer whale just has a huge target to go to, so... Yeah, sadly, that's a good counter to me. It's funny, because I usually don't like this stage that much, normally. I'm going to die immediately, aren't I? Yeah, I should have paid more attention to who was there and who was not. At least they got him in the end. Yeah, I normally don't like this stage, because it's just, everything goes to the middle in that hourglass death trap, but at least in tower control, you're constantly moving and can actually use the rest of the stage, so that's nice. I weakened that one guy, but I didn't finish him off. And this guy's right there, so we're basically sandwiched between a bunch of people. Somehow the blob-lobbers will actually kill there. That's kind of funny. Of all the things you wouldn't expect. To hit up through grates like that. Throwing up my mist. There's a brush to my left that I probably should have been more wary of. The blob-lobber's there too. I gotta watch out for him. This guy's on the lower end trying to mess with me. I'm able to get someone from below, which is kind of funny. And I'm just going to crab again and hope that I can make something out of that. Didn't quite. I'm doing a lot of splash damage, but not quite finishing them off. And I gotta do my best to dodge all these killer whales coming my way. See, that's a lot of onslaught. And I feel like for this match, it felt like this team wasn't really. They didn't want to get on the tower as much. I was like almost always on the tower. It felt like somehow able to live. The stringer kind of choked there. And then here's like a GG, basically. I get hit with the mist and then killer whale, and it does enough damage that I can't fully get away from it. I should have just left the tower entirely, but I'm too scared to leave the target, I guess. Yeah, without this glass here, this stage is a bit more maneuverable. So I'm trying to go from behind here. And I'm able to at least get this guy. There we go. So I was able to finish off that wipeout. But yeah, no one else wants to be on the tower. Like, the whole team is alive. We have a thing, and no one wanted to do anything. So I'm able to tank 2 splat bombs, get 2 kills with my crab there. So that's pretty good. But then this guy's here. So yeah. Granted, looking at my teammates here, we got a Squelcher and a Nautilus. So they probably are the best at backlining. I'm not really sure where my Blade friend is, though, half the time. I mean, we could check, but I don't want to. And this is a weird interaction. I don't know why I wasn't trying to go for the charge slash. And then I die of the explosion of the arrows, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this was a frustrating one, but we're still winning. Somehow we managed to get really far that one time, so it's just a matter of getting that tower back before it's too late. I'm about to die of the rain if I don't hurry. And then, there we go. And someone else found. Oh, they actually. Oh, it's funny. When this happened the first time, I would just see the character constantly bobbing and jumping onto the tower after the finale there. So that one was not so bad, but it did feel like I was kind of vulnerable because no one else was on the tower with me a lot of that time. But we made it work. So it's not a bad one. Let's see if this streak keeps going. Okay, another undertow here. Now I've got a few of the same people, I think. Yeah, I think I got like I at least got the Blade guy again, and the Nautilus. We have a Blaster now, facing another Sword, and Splash-O-Matic and the Dualies, the Imperi one. So a lot of triple Splashdowns and Crabs probably to look out for. Well, actually, no. I think this is the other Splash-O-Matic. This has I think this one has the triple splash or triple ink storm or whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. So we're doing okay to actually get that first checkpoint, but the Zipcaster broke through my crab there, and then he was able to finish me off. So that's not it's an okay showing, but getting past that first checkpoint. But yeah, so here we go. They start with the ink storms there. Or ink strikes, that's what it is. So I'll head back up here. And then someone was immediately right there. And the Imperies. So that's not great. So they have now slaughtered most of my team. Now they're at this first checkpoint. They're going to get past it pretty quickly, it looks like. So now it's a real match. And this is a bit of a weird thing. I wasn't quite sure what was going on there with all the specials going off. Somehow the splatter shot got me. Poor Corky Bird couldn't chase him down. And now they've got the bubble up. And all these ink strikes just bombarded me. I wasn't prepared for it. So that's now another wasted life, basically. So they're really coming in close for us here. And then I'm targeted by this, and I can't really do anything about that guy. And then the Zipcaster. So I'm just like getting hit by all sides, it feels like. I think the moral of this story here, and I don't know how Ghost Boy didn't see there was someone behind him, but whatever. So the moral of the story here, I think, is that knowing when to use your specials is really good. That was an unintentional kill there. Okay, I'm able to get a couple kills and get the tower back. So we might still have a chance here, but they have a pretty big lead. And I unfortunately get opened up by that guy. I'm not able to use my crab at all as I keep dying. I don't have like special saver or anything. And I don't know how I wasn't able to kill him the one time. I swear I directed him. I guess the suction bomb gets me. I couldn't quite tell where that was. So yeah, this was a pretty rough one. And then I was pinned down because of the triple ink strike. All three of them were on there. They got the barrier up, so that's like a GG basically. So they were really smart about when to use their specials, and I don't think we were as good about that. I didn't even get to really use my special outside of like the one time. So that's my first defeat. That was a pretty quick and dirty one, unfortunately. But they can't all be winners. So we'll see if we can keep going here. I got a few more I can show off here. See if we can redeem myself. Okay, so got a new team, a new lease on life here, but we're gonna have to face two different Booyah Bomb users, which is not my favorite. Plus, a 10 attack and a Slosher are pretty good. But I think I prefer Hammerhead between the two. So this opening scramble for the tower is a bit scary, but I'm able to get it right away. You know, get a couple points on the board. But then I get finished up by that Slosher, I think. No, it was the 10 attack. So yeah, it's really hard to break out of that middle there. And we're going to lose our lead here in a second, I think, if we're not careful. Oh no. No, still early in the game's life, but they lose the tower. They didn't really make much time. At this point, I remember that, oh yeah, the side routes exist, so let's sneak up on this guy and get him from behind. So that felt good to do. And we still got someone else on here. I'm going to crab up. I'm just kind of firing blindly as I have no clue where anything is. And then I'm getting sloshed from below. But the Hydra picks me up. I am not a fan of the Hydra. I know the Hydra is very good, but it's hard to use because it's very slow and ink hungry and everything, but I can't stand it. I'm able to get this guy, but I could not save my friend. I was too late. At this point, we're back to normal. I'm just going to run because of the Booyah Bomb. But then this guy, he sees me coming. He's just... I don't know why I kept going when it was clear he saw me, but... And then another Booyah Bomb for their trouble. So we have a decent lead at the moment, but clearly they're fighting. They're not just willing to sit there. I can't hit them with anything from where I am. So they're unfortunately really close to the checkpoint. And they can just do a Booyah. So, like, yeah, the Booyah is extremely oppressive, I feel like, in this mode, too. You can just hold it and just... I can't go where they are, basically. And I have to jump off and immediately get rid of my sponge. I get one kill but die immediately, which is not the best trade. Thankfully, the other teammates are able to kind of put in some work here, deciding where I want to jump. So we're now doing okay. But we got someone else come up on the side here. And then I don't see that bomb until it's too late, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and jump again, this time to this guy since he's being covered by the thing. I get Atari, so that's good at least to have them off of our backs. And now we gotta be really careful because of this guy. I don't know why I was trying, I think, just to get to the cover, but it was not gonna happen. Not fast enough, not agile enough. And this time I'm gonna use the right side that we have like done nothing with to try to get some ink and get some crab going in a second. So I have my crab ready. And I don't know, yeah, I pop it here, which is probably not the best spot, but I can at least kind of try to oppress people from below. I should have tried to get up on the tower and then get up on that like other high ground or something, but it didn't matter because we got a knockout. So I think I got carried a little bit with this one. I wasn't quite as quite as helpful, but I think we did okay, like just kind of keeping them separated. Like once we got the, if you let the Hydra get on the tower, it's really hard to get them off. So I think we did okay. We had a roller there to help us out too with scrambles. So I think we had a pretty balanced team. One more I think I'll show you before we say goodbye. Alright, last one here. We're going to fight Sand and I Eat Sand. The craziest duo. And a few other people. So we got... This is a very... You would look at this and go, this is like really off-kilter, because we got a sword, 2 blasters, and a roller, so relatively close-range stuff, versus 3 long-range options with 2 Splatlings, a Charger, and then a Brella kind of there for, I guess, a little bit of flavor. So a lot of deaths right away there, but we got pretty far with that initial push. See, I'm kind of like wondering at this point, and I don't know why I was dodging to that. I went right to the torpedo. Yeah, it was sometimes I panic with bombs, and it's like I want a squid jump, but I have no speed built up, so it just isn't going to happen. At this point, I decided to just wait out the screen and not risk getting hit by it. And I'm going to try and sneak up, but we've got both of the Splatlings on the tarp there, the tent, so that's actually really hard to contest. So yeah, right off the bat, like we managed to push it a decent chunk forward, but getting to that checkpoint's proving to be pretty tough. You know, our lack of range isn't really helping us here. But we get a Booyah Bomb to help kind of ward these guys off a bit. I'm going to try and sneak up and stay at the edge. And I'm going to pop my crab, probably the worst crab I could have done, but I panicked and just roll away while the auto bomb chases after me. So I still survived that somehow, so I think they needed to be a little more aggressive at finishing me off. I get marked by the mine and then finished off by the Hydra there, so we're still pushing though. So all things told, we're actually doing not too bad. Like, they don't really have the weapons to contest as well and, like, scramble on the tower, so it's all up onto that Brella, basically. And then I'm gonna Booyah, help them out, avoid the screen, and try and get on the thing. But now we gotta worry about getting hit by all sides here, because they're right on the tent, right ready to get us. If I can hide on the shaft of the thing, I gotta run. Barely survive that Booyah, but I'm able to get back up before the Wavebreaker gets me. I'm able to... And I don't understand what happened here. I still have to go back and look. I don't know what just canceled out my crab. But I just lost it, like, immediately. If I could back up, if I could rewind this, I would, but... Yeah, that was a crazy little thing. I don't know if I was just, you know, in a tight spot and it just got rid of the crab because I was too big or what. But we still can't get to that second checkpoint, which is kind of a problem. I'm trying to stay to the corner here, or the edge there. It's a lot harder for them to get me, but I jump up anyway, which is not the best idea. I need to be a bit more patient, I think, with when I'm trying to go in like that. So that now they're able to actually get a good push going. But then we wiped them all out, so fortunately that push wasn't as strong. But it's still a long route back to where we were. I'm gonna... And yeah, yet again, I instantly lost my crab, so I don't understand what's happening there. Again, like, do torpedoes just eat through the crab if, like, they pass through you or something? Like, what's going on? So I'm not sure what that's all about. So that, unfortunately, really stopped our offensive there. And I'm kind of... I didn't know where I was right there. I died to the screen, apparently, but that was a whole... That was a huge scramble with camera screw, so... At this point now, we seem like we had it in the bag, and now suddenly they've caught up and surpassed us. And they're really, really close to getting past that second checkpoint, which is so important. And there's only 40 seconds left now. So this is not looking great. if we're gonna do some good good plays, they have to be now. They got a booyah going, and I'm gonna die to it because I was being weird. So I eat sand's gonna get us here. So we only got 20 seconds basically now. I don't know why I went that way. I was just like, I saw no paintable surface and thought I could do something about it. So time is of the essence. We gotta make some plays and get them off that tower. So we managed to get a wipeout right here, right at a very, very crucial point. But we have to ride this all the way back and somehow get through more of that checkpoint. So I'm popping crab now. I got a shield to help me, which is nice. Trying to ward people off. We got someone coming there. I get a really good kill right there, which is really, really helpful. But we gotta worry about this other Splatling coming. I die, but No Name's able to maneuver and then take them out. And it's just a few seconds to go, and we somehow did it. That was a pretty crazy push right at the end. Good use of the bubble. I think my crab was somewhat helpful at the end there. I got, you know, a decent kill right there. I could have been a bit more patient and tried to use the cover a bit more when fighting the Splatlings and stuff. I think we did okay. So if we look at like the stats for some of these, in a second here. So yeah, I did, you know, I died a lot, but I still got a decent amount of KOs. I did a lot of inking, which is probably helpful for the others to give them more maneuverability. For that one at least. That one wasn't so bad. I got some decent crabs, even though they, for whatever reason, I just couldn't use them. This one I was, you know, I was okay. I was there. I was present. I didn't do as many crabs as I would have liked. For our big death here, though, I didn't get to ink very much, and only got the one crab off. So I was pretty, yeah, we were pretty like pincered pretty hard for that one. I did okay for this one. I think I'm having a kill death ratio that's kind of equaling out is not the worst thing in the world, I guess. I don't know what happened here. I must have gotten a lot of assists because yeah, we got 3 of us got 17 kills. Is kind of crazy. And then this one, I cannot believe that our blah blobber got 2,000 points inked. That's kind of crazy. And we have a player as part of our team here. I don't know if that actually was a first-time player or not. Probably not. That's probably just a Smurf name or something. But see, I think I did okay. I think it's kind of impressive then that I actually got the bronze. I got to be in the top 50% for once. It's the only time I've ever done that, as you can see. I don't play challenges much because up until very recently they were very limited time slots, and I just didn't feel like most of them were that fun. So this one was a cool one. I appreciate that they tried to change up these modes a little bit. I know they did one with Rainmaker a while back where it does like a tri-shot, I think. But this was cool. And as far as like tower control goes, it's still not my favorite mode, but at least having a bigger tower made it feel a bit distant or distinct. Like you could actually fight on the tower a bit more effectively, have your whole team there, but that also kind of leads to, you know, just parking a Hydra up there, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So I don't know if I would want this to replace what we have, but it was still a neat deviation. But I think with that said, I will stop talking and let you go home. There will be the Frosty Fest up here in a few days, and then I will have a video for that. And yeah, that's what you can expect, I guess, on the channel for the time being. You know, kind of slow as I think about what I want to do next. But yeah, you know, Splatoon's fun. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.